Hello, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. Well, I saw this a couple of days ago, just haven't had a chance to do a video on it yet, but it looks like the United States Mint has released the designs for the World War I Centennial silver dollar. And they've also released designs for the silver medals that are going to accompany this particular coin, but that's kind of a separate program. And so quite interesting. We're going to take a look at the background information here, and then we'll critique the designs. The coins themselves are honoring the American Veterans Centennial commemoration from public law of authorizing the mintage and issuance of not more than 350,000 silver dollars in commemoration of the centennial of America's involvement in World War I. In accordance with the act, the design for both the obverse and reverse of these commemorative $1 coins was selected by the Secretary based off the winning design from a juried competition. The competition itself, which I'd done a video about in the past, was a response for a call to artists earlier this year. And so several artists applied for the opportunity and submitted designs for the coin. So the Mint invited the selected artists to submit designs along with plaster models, which were evaluated by an expert jury chaired by the Department of the Treasury Deputy Assistant Secretary for Management and Budget, and composed of 3 members of the Citizen Coinage Advisory Committee, CCAC, and 3 members of the Commission of Fine Arts. Both groups provided experience and impartial expertise in advancing the state of public art and interest in the American citizens and coin collectors. Based on the designs selected by the expert jury, the Secretary of Treasury chose a final design. So the winner of that design was Leroy Transfield of Orem, Utah. So quite interesting indeed. And then it talks about the coin characteristics, and it's a silver dollar. It's a commemorative, so we won't get into all that. But here's a design, and we're going to actually look at it on Coin World News website. You can get a better look at it. And we're going to tell about just how awful this design is, in my opinion. The only good things about it that I see is maybe the helmet's right. Maybe. I don't even know. I'm not an expert on World War I uniforms, but the actual drawing itself, it looks like this hand is coming from a different direction, because I don't see anything here that indicates any cloth or anything behind this. Unless they texture that background, it's hard to see. The only clothing I see is here, and then you have the hand sort of getting ready to pull the trigger here, but it's a little bit strange, and the barbed wire there. And but what's really bad about this design, let's see if we can get a closer look at it, is the face. What is going on with that face? That is just horrid. It looks like the guy's eyes have been poked out, and the nose looks like it's been smashed in, and the mouth looks weird, and the chin is super small. It's absolutely horrid. And I don't know how this is going to translate onto metal, but I hope it's better. And the reason why I bring this up is because you had the expert panels look at this. So it's been through very many different eyes, and they came out with this. Absolutely horrid. The reverse of this piece has the poppy plants here, which represent those who lost lives. And I guess that's okay, but couldn't they find something better to remember the World War I veterans rather than flowers? I don't know. The barbed wire theme, the only good thing really about this design, the composition on the reverse is nice, by the way, but I'm not really a big fan of just putting poppy flowers on there. But the fact that the barbed wire is a continuation of the on the obverse and reverse, I do like that connection, but that's about it. And that's my initial thoughts of this. And then I read down here in the comments of this article, and it just solidifies my feeling. This guy, Dennis, knows a little bit about uniforms at least. He says the helmet is the wrong shape. The coat looks like a cross between the Ottoman Empire jacket and an elastic wristband windbreaker. And so apparently that it's not even an accurate representation of a U.S. Army uniform. And then Brian M. says, what's up with the nose? And then Seth says he looks very badly constipated. Yes, he does look constipated for sure. So there's definitely a lot of people that are um, feeling the same way I do about this. Horrible design. They need to go back to the drawing board on this. Something. So now we have the medals, which are going to be silver medals for each of the branches here. We're going to take a look at these here. They've been narrowed down and chosen here, and they're okay. I like the fact that they use the official United States Army logo. Most of these have the official seals of the branches, which is good. And here is the rendition. That's an okay version here. They're plucking the barbed wire there for the Army. And then the Marines, I don't know. That's just, I wish there was more. That's a horrible design, in my opinion. Too basic. It just shows the two Marines there. They're not doing anything. It would be nice to have a more of an action shot there, kind of like the Army design. I kind of like this Army design. The Marine design doesn't do much for me. The Navy design is pretty cool. It's kind of showing a ship in a battle, blowing up in a battle there, with some airships overhead there. Pretty nice design. The Air Service, a Centennial Air Service piece, is pretty interesting. It's kind of neat that shows the. I kind of wish it just showed just the one plane, not a side view. Just keep it simple, in my opinion, because the kind of in conjunction with the reverse. And notice that the reverse is sort of textured, and the obverse is not. I don't like that. I would rather them be consistent between the obverse and reverse, in my opinion. The Coast Guard is a pretty nice design. I like that with the waves. That kind of looks pretty nice. I think other than the Marines one, I think these are pretty nice designs for the silver medals. And I may be a buyer of these, I'm not sure. But nonetheless, post your thoughts below. What do you think about this hideous World War I Centennial design? I hope that the actual rendering looks better, because this is just abhorrent. Post your thoughts below. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to y'all for watching, and encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.